get dipped in flat. That satin gloss. Every once in a while, you find someone who's iridescent. When you do, nothing really compares.
Flat, glossy, iridescent. My name is Bryce, and I have someone I love. The first time I truly realized it wasn't when she was chasing me. Not in class, and not at the lunch auction. It was that sunny afternoon, the light filtering through the leaves when I stood at her gate and watched her and her dad plant a tree. It was a tiny sycamore, her father holding it gently, while she bent down, carefully packing the soil around the roots. There was none of that wild, flamboyant smile on her face. None of that chasing energy that I had always found overwhelming. She was just quiet and focused, with a tenderness in her eyes I had never seen before. In that moment, I felt like a clumsy, slow-witted person who had just woken up. I saw the whole world in her eyes, and I had only ever seen myself. I felt a deep regret, a painful squeeze in my chest. I thought, this must be love, a love that arrives late, but goes straight to the bone. Our story, you see, began when we were 7. My family had just moved to this small town. I remember sitting in the moving truck, looking out the window, and seeing a girl with hair that looked like it had been styled by the wind. She shot towards me like a bolt of lightning. She smiled so brightly, so sincerely, so directly. She climbed onto the truck, asked me my name, and reached out to hold my hand. My mom said her name was Julie, our neighbor. My dad, however, laughed and said Julie was flipped over my big blue eyes. This became the start of a lifelong nightmare for me. She was like a devoted puppy, always following me. She would rush into our backyard, sniff my hair, and constantly ask if my heart would race because of her. But it wasn't excitement, it was panic. I guess I was a coward around her. I always hid, always ran away. I even pretended to date that girl, Shelly, just to get her to back off. I thought it would make her give up, make her turn her attention away from me. But she didn't. She was like a persistent guardian, always standing watch in her sycamore tree. She would watch the sun rise and set from it, observing everything in our little town. I thought she was strange. Why would anyone have such deep feelings for a tree? Then, one day, the tree was going to be cut down. She fought with all her might to save it. I saw her being pulled down, and her tears, her helplessness, and that look of utter despair, as if she had lost everything. I stood at my window watching it all. I felt a pang of sympathy, but my dad, who was always complaining, said the tree was just an eyesore. I didn't go to help her. I didn't protect her. I just stood there at the window, like a coward watching her heart break. I thought our story would end with the fall of that sycamore tree, but she found another way into my life. She started bringing me eggs laid by the chickens in her yard. They were fresh, healthy, and full of her kindness. But my dad made a cruel joke, saying her yard was unsanitary and her eggs probably had salmonella. He told me to throw the eggs away, and I did. I rushed over and grabbed her hand, wanting her to come with me. I didn't know what I was doing. All I knew was that I didn't want her to have lunch with anyone else, and I didn't want her to belong to anyone else. I just wanted Julie to be mine. My impulse embarrassed her, and it embarrassed me. For the first time, I realized that my feelings for her were no longer the panic I felt in the beginning, but a profound sense of care. At that lunch, I overheard her and her father talking. Our relationship became very strained after that. She started avoiding me just as I had once avoided her. She stopped looking at me, stopped smiling at me, and even stopped saying my name. This caused a new, unfamiliar feeling of loss within me. I started looking for her in the hallways, secretly watching her in the cafeteria. I realized I had grown accustomed to her presence, even longed for it. I started caring about what she thought of me. I began to feel that life without Julie was empty and lifeless. Then came the lunch auction. My friend Garrett, that troublemaker, actually bid high to win lunch with Julie. My heart in that moment felt like it was being pricked by a needle. I saw her sitting with him, saw her smiling so happily, and I felt a strong, strange emotion. It wasn't jealousy, it was something deeper. I don't know if she will forgive me, or if there is still a chance for us, but I know that from this moment on, I will use my actions to make up for all the mistakes I've made. I hope that one day she can climb this tree I planted for her, and from that tree, watch the sunrise and sunset again, and I will always stand below protecting her. Because I finally understand that some people, once you meet them, you'll care about them for a lifetime. And I've already missed too much. I don't want to miss you anymore.